Hey guys, this is part 2 of a lesson that I gave to a student who reached out to me via YouTube. Like before, this is just going to show me guiding a student through a question and offering help where it's needed. If you'd like this sort of help, send an email to approachatpl@gmail.com. Apologies for the awkwardly placed plaster. Last week I hit my head quite hard and it's still healing. Now, like I've mentioned before you watch the solution to the question, please pause the video and have a go at the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, let's take a look at this. We got in the initial straight track from A to B on a polar stereographic chart is what? How do we go about this?
Not really sure.
Well, remember, what was the first thing I said on how we do the first question? We like to draw it out, yeah. Do you know how to draw a polar stereographic chart?
No, not.
No?
It's been a while.
Yeah. Take a look. There's our circle. I've done this in one of my videos on the polar stereographic chart. But
I'll have a look at that as well.
When we draw a polar stereographic chart, it's like, how do we look at the globe? And this is to do from the poles, right?
North Pole.
Yeah. So I'm just going to put North Pole there. Okay. And then we need to think about, okay, how do we orientate it? You can do it actually sort of any way you want. You could do it based on India, based on Greece, it doesn't really matter. I do it based on the UK, but
okay.
mainly because the Greenwich meridian goes down there.
Right.
So if we imagine the UK is like over here, the US would be around there, and Japan would be around there. If you look at it top down,
right.
This would be our Greenwich meridian, and this would be like 0 degrees.
Yeah.
If I was just to ask you, what would this be here? This longitude?
That would be 270. Longitude, sorry.
Yeah, longitudes only go up to 180, don't they?
Yeah. I'm not sure, man.
So what we need to do is think about how many degrees we're going away from Greenwich. Yeah. The British, they invented this system. They made it based on them. Yeah. The whole world is to do with the UK. That's the way they like to think of it. So when we're looking at these latitudes and longitudes, it's based on the UK. Well, the longitudes mainly. If we go the UK and we go in this direction, are we going east or west?
Going west.
Yeah. And what is this angle here?
90 degrees.
Yeah. So this is 90 degrees west. Okay.
Okay.
So that's just putting your perspective on how all of that stuff is. All right, let's get rid of all of that. Could you basically point, where do you think A is? Well, 60 degrees east.
Yeah, so that's west. So this way, somewhere here.
Yeah. 60 degrees east. Okay. And where would 60 degrees west be?
Here.
Yeah, so just like reflected. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. There's 75 degrees north. Basically, what that means on this diagram is because we said A is over here and B is over here, what that means is that this whole circumference around it all, that is all 75 degrees north. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, we're going a straight line track from A to B. So our next step, how do we sort of visualize that? What do we do?
I think we go over the pole. Just draw a straight line.
Just draw a straight line. That's all it is.
Line.
Straight from A to B, like that.
Okay. Yeah.
And we need to work out the initial straight track. Whenever we work out tracks and headings, we always reference it from the north of where we are, right?
Right.
So when we're at A, what direction is north?
This way.
Exactly. Yeah. And at B, where's your?
Here, like that.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
Forms the triangle.
Yeah. So it's helpful to, let's draw this triangle one, right? And yeah, this is our, true north. So then what angle are we trying to work out? If you can sort of use your point.
This one.
Is that going to be our straight circle track? I mean, our track.
Yeah.
Our bearing. So whenever we have a heading or a bearing, we start from true north, and then do we go clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Clockwise.
Ah, yeah. So is it going to be the big one or the small one?
The big one.
Yeah. But we can work out the big one by working out the small one. Do you know what I mean by that? How do we do that?
Yeah. So if we get this one,
Yeah.
then I think we like minus it from 180.
So how many degrees are in a circle?
360.
360 in a
360.
circle.
360, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So you just work out the small one, do 360 minus that, and you get the big one. Cool. All right, now we need to figure out angles in this triangle. What angles do you think we can put on?
This one, yeah.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
I think it's 60.
There we go. So there's... And therefore this whole angle here would be...
120.
Yeah. So do you know how to work out the other two angles from this?
I think it should be half and half.
So when you mean half and half, what does that mean?
That means this angle should be equal to this and this.
In
the triangle.
No. Angles in a triangle add up to a certain number. This is something you need to remember. So yeah, angles around a point is 360 degrees. Angles in a triangle is something else as well. It's 180 degrees, okay?
Okay.
They always add up to 180 degrees. And this triangle here we've got for pretty much all polar stereographic questions or grid questions is going to be the same type of triangle where it's called an isosceles triangle. Have you heard isosceles before?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what isosceles is?
No.
So because our latitudes in both the positions are the same, okay?
Okay.
That means this distance here and this distance here are going to be the same, okay?
Okay.
And what that means, if those two distances are the same, that means these two angles must be the same as well.
Okay.
And that's what isosceles is. We call these two angles the base angles. And so we can actually, using that rule, and the rule that angles have to add up to 180, we can work out what those two angles will be. Do you know how we can give that a go?
Yeah, so it's 60, 30, 30.
Yeah.
So it will be 30 and 30.
Good. Yeah, the way we do that is 180 minus 120, which shows that we need, 60 degrees left. And then it'll be 60 over 2, give us 30 degrees. Cool.
Yeah.
So then what would our answer be?
So 330.
Exactly. Minus 30 degrees equals 330 degrees. And look what the exam board have done here. Do you see this one?
Yeah.
So that's like a trick answer, isn't it? Lovely. You got any questions about that?
No, that's perfect. I got the way how to do it.
Nice.
So I hope that was a good walkthrough of this question. If you think it was, please like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, all that jazz, so you can be notified when the next video is out. If you'd like this sort of help, send an email to approachatpl@gmail.com.